Why would a 70-year-old man get up at 4:30 in the morning to go ride his bike 100 miles? Stick around and find out. Can he do it? 7 o'clock in the morning. Let's get on the trail. 100 feet, so far so good. It's going to be a beautiful day, and it's the beginning of fall, as you might have noticed from the trail. So let's get busy. Entering the beautiful little village of Collinsville, Connecticut. Nice boardwalk. Well, the glorious sun has finally come up, but the temperature has gone down to 41. Should get up to the mid-50s today. Beautiful how the sun comes through the trees. Good morning. Beautiful pedestrian bicycle bridge. Well, I'm 15 miles into my ride this morning. Time for a rest, some water, and a banana. Welcome to the Farmington Canal Heritage Trail. One of my favorites. Passing on your left. Good. Morning. Oh, it's a beautiful day. Under Route 44. Minutes later, looked like it was a ride for a good cause. Well, I made it to the halfway point, 50 miles up here in Westfield, Massachusetts. And it's a beautiful day. And oh my goodness, this is a beautiful bridge. Pretty awesome, isn't it? And check out this river. My goodness. Now let's go look at the other side. Feeling pretty good. Very nice. Anyway, now I'm going to start heading back. I've done almost 51 miles, and we'll see how we do. I'm performing okay, and the bike's performing okay also. So let's get moving. I think they built this place within the last couple of years. Certainly is nice. Let's check this out. So I'm 60 miles into my ride, and I was thinking about early this morning when I asked why would a 70-year-old man get up so early to ride 100 miles? Well, I guess my answer is, why not? If you're in shape, you can do whatever you want to do. So I have the time, so I figure why not? Now before I started this ride, I was trying to decide which bike to take. Would I take my road bike, where I could average about 16 to 18 miles an hour? Or would I take my gravel bike? I'd probably average about 14 miles an hour. Well, I decided to take my Priority 600X. I'm riding at party pace, about 10 to 11 miles an hour. Now, there was a little bit of a situation. I've run into a lot of headwind, so I was down to about 7 miles an hour for a while. So what that means is I might not get back before it gets dark, but I don't care. I don't have an agenda. I don't have a schedule. I'm just out here having fun. And it's a beautiful day. So let's party on. Oh, by the way, when I cross this bridge up here, I'll be back in Connecticut. I've been in Massachusetts for quite a while. Hello. So I thought I'd stop and have some water and just stretch the legs a little bit. So far, I've done 66.5 miles, and I got a ways to go. And the headwind has been pretty challenging. That's a good word for it. But it's been fun, and I'm enjoying it immensely. So let's continue. Those used to be tobacco fields back when smoking was popular. Now it's just a nursery, growing some nice little bushes. "75 miles, 25 to go. I'm in Simsbury, Connecticut. Let's move it." Okay, so I've only got about 24 miles to my ride, and I'm coming up a hill, and all of a sudden it felt like my foot came out of my pedal. A little more serious than that. Not only did my foot come out, but the crank fell off my bike. So what I need to do is put it back on, and with my multi-tool, just tighten this bolt up and we'll be good to go. So, first little mishap of the day, not so bad, but I'll get back to you when I'm done. Well, thanks to my trusty multi-tool, I'm back in business. I got the crank back on there, tightened up the bolts. Let's get going. Still a beautiful day, and it's still light out. Starting to cool down again because it is early evening. Passing on your left. Hello. Hello. Just hit 90 miles. 10 to go. Yippee! We're getting there. I just hit 100 miles and I'm about a quarter of a mile from my car. Back to Darth Vader. We did it! 100 miles. Yes. Now, I'm gonna go home and get something to eat. I don't know if you can see it, but it's 100 miles right there. Well, good morning. It's been a few days since I completed my 100-mile ride, and I wanted to talk with you guys a little bit about that ride. So I figured a good place to do that would be to take a walk in one of my favorite parks not too far from my home. So I completed my 100 miles, and to a lot of people that's no big deal. I've got friends that'll go out and do 100 miles at the drop of a hat. So for me, 100 miles all in one day is quite an accomplishment. I could do that a whole lot easier when I was younger. When I talk about no excuses, what I'm really saying is that I have no excuses. It's something I like to do. I love to be on my bike, and I love to go long distances. So I try to keep myself in reasonable shape. And so when I want to go out and do something like that, I'm able to. Now, is that for everybody? No. And I'm not saying that if you don't do it, you have excuses. So for me, I have no excuses. It was a goal that I wanted to set. And I set that goal and I worked toward it. I try to keep myself in reasonably good shape for my age. I watch my diet. And preparation is everything for a ride like this. I made sure that I had enough food with me, peanut butter and banana sandwiches. I like peanut butter and jelly, but they tend to get soggy in the bag, so peanut butter and banana worked out well for me. I made a few of those before I left in the morning. I knew on my ride where I could refill with water, kept hydrated, tried to drink at least one bottle, 24-ounce bottle, in an hour. And I stopped every now and then and I stretched. So these and many other things help to make a successful day. So what about some of the challenges I had along the way? I was down to 7 miles an hour for an extended period of time at one point, and that slowed my overall time down. And it took me almost 10 hours to complete this 100 miles. Was it a race? No. I took my time and I completed my goal. As I'm sure you noticed, I had a little mechanical problem where my crank fell off. Well, why did that happen? See, the bike has a little over 2,000 miles on it. Things were starting to make a little creaking noise down from my bottom bracket area. Couldn't figure out what that was. Well, now I know what that was. The crank loosened up after riding along an extended period of time. So what did I do? You always need to take a multi-tool with you. I was able to put the thing back on. And when I got back home, I took the crank back off. I put a little bit of thread lock on there. The blue variety, not the red variety. The blue variety gives you just enough grip so that things won't fall apart. And then when you want to take them apart, you can. So all in all, it was a very successful day. And I'd recommend a long distance ride to anybody. If you set a goal and you work toward it, you'll get there. This is such a beautiful area where I live, right down the street. Check this out. Very sunny this morning. And you run the risk of your video being overexposed, which reminds me, at the end of my ride, when I was right next to Darth Vader, my van, I had my bike light shining in my face as I was trying to make a conclusion to my video. That didn't work out so well, but live and learn. The picture was overexposed and there was nothing I could do to fix it. It was beyond repair. So I learned something. We learn something every day, don't we? So wherever you are, I'd like to thank you for coming along on this ride and watching my videos. And I hope you really have an excellent day and keep on pedaling.
I watch you as you drive. Do you know I'm looking? And I can't help but smile. Do you know how much I love you? You put my favorite song